Oh, can I say it? Can I start? I can start now. Oh, get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah. It's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, along with my co-host, the Little Diva. Welcome, welcome, welcome one, welcome all to the longest consistently running Monday night podcast right here. And this old boy right here is live from Bombshells. I am live from Bombshells. I am here watching U of A. And I got me some friends. I got my people with me. I got my people with me. Along with my co-host, Little Leader. Right now, if anybody want to know, the score is 10-10. I will be doing the color commentary up in here. Hey, look, Dave.
Then people gonna kick you out of there making noise.
And I've been kicked out of worse places.
So what's going on with you? So you're at Bombshells checking out the U of H game, right?
I am at Bombshells checking out the U of H game. You know, and you know, we have a new. Well, people don't know, we have a new show coming up that we're going to do on Mondays. What Monday we gonna do? First Monday, second? I don't know. But we got.
We're gonna do the second Monday because it's the second Monday today.
Today is the second Monday. Oh, well, I can so talk about it then. Look here, y'all. We have a new show. I don't even know what the name of it is. But it is going to be us being open, honest, and transparent about our experiences out here in the world. Well, I will start with this. I'm back here at Bombshells, y'all. I'm back here at Bombshells. And let me tell y'all, the reason I'm back here at Bombshells is because the management. And the reason I say that is because my first experience here at Bombshells was a bomb. It was blown up. It was terrible. It was awful. There it is. All right. U of H is up 12-10 right now. 12-10. There's 12 left on the clock. Look here. First half. But yes, my first experience here was not very favorable. I wrote a long email to Bombshells, to the management, to everybody to let them know about my experience here, because I truly believe this. You know, nobody can fix something if they don't know. Sometimes we walk up out of places and we don't never say nothing, we just never go back. Old Country Boy ain't like that. I wrote them a letter, let them know how I felt, and they responded back. Now, they don't know I'm here, but they will, because I'm live. They will. Old Country Boy snuck in the back door. I'm in the back door. So I will say that this time the experience was much better. I don't know if it's because a lot of people here. I don't know what it is, but the experience has been much better than it was my last time. So the manager who does not. Go ahead.
Because I can't hardly hear you, but I'll just reiterate. He went to Bombshells last week and he had a bad experience. He wrote about it on, like I tell people they should do. He wrote them about it, and they responded that that's not how they do business, and they invited him back. They don't know he's there right now, but they're gonna know.
They gonna know. They gonna know.
Get in there.
And they did say, the manager did say, he's like, look, I promise you that your next experience will be better than your last. And I will say this, is that without them knowing that I'm here, this experience has been better than the last one. So whatever it was, I applaud them for fixing it. Fixing the mess. Yeah. Maybe they fired some folks. I don't know what they did. Come on.
And so the other thing is the Country Boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, and I have decided that it was his idea this time, not mine. We just say it was his idea that we just chose a Monday. It'll be the second Monday of every month that we will talk about our experiences at the stuff we do around town, outside, whether it's a restaurant, venue, lounge, whatever it is. We're going to come on here and talk about our experiences. So watch out.
Mm-hmm. So when y'all see the Country Boy walking up in there, just know you might look. Y'all, if y'all from Houston, y'all remember Marvin Zindler? Well, this is Louisiana Country Boy Zindler. Don't have no slime in the ice machine.
Well, what's funny, what I like about your story, is that they did respond to you in a positive manner to let you know
Yeah.
that that's not how they do business.
Right, right. And
I went to a venue as well, as you know, a few weeks ago, and we were going there on a regular basis, and it was really a cool place. But every time you go to order something, they didn't have their have anything on the menu.
right.
And several other people who are drinkers, like I'm not like a drinker, so I don't be knowing, but people that I know went by there that are drinkers, and they said they're not coming back because of the drinks. And so I shared that with someone else. But anyway, long story short, when it happened to me again for the third time, I think, that they didn't have
Right.
what they said was on the menu, I made a comment. I didn't do a review because reviews you can't take off. But I wrote a comment on their page that wasn't bad at all. It just, oh, I really like this place, but it's just that if you're gonna have something on your menu, please have it. So when you order it, we spend a lot of time going through a menu. Then you order it, and they say, "Oh, we don't have it." Okay.
Wait,
And you say, "Okay,
wait,
well, what about this?" "Oh, we don't have
wait.
that either."
Is that like going to a chicken place and they ain't got no chicken?
Which has happened to me before. But anyway, so this particular place, I wrote, this is a really nice place. However, if you guys have something on the menu, it would be great if you would have it in stock, or you check your inventory before that night so you can remove it from the menu,
Yes.
because it is disappointing. I said also, uh, it would be great if you have some other options of wines, like some sweet wine. Everybody doesn't drink
Right.
heavy alcohol. I like a sweet wine. You can have that. And I said, but otherwise, the place is great. I love coming there. I love the live music. Well, instead of them taking that in as what you should do as a business owner or a business manager, and
Right.
adjusting it and addressing me to say, "Oh my gosh, we're sorry about that. We're going to work on it. Make sure you come back so you can see what we do to improve." Instead, they say they invited somebody. We were told that they invited someone there, and they took my flyers from my cruise and they threw them in the trash can and acted ugly about it. Um, but that's not the correct actions of a business owner who cares about their
Right.
business. You would take that and be like, "Okay, we got to make sure we get this together because this is public." And again, I didn't do an actual review to where they can't take it down. Because when you do a review on Google, Yelp,
Right.
Yahoo, you can't take it down. It's an actual review and it stays there forever. I did it in the comment, and I did say I love the place.
Right.
If y'all could just make these changes. And they, you know,
And that's the thing is if you have somebody that comes in and says, "Hey, this, that, and the other," it's not being used. If an owner takes it as negative, then because them the people that's doing your business. That's the reason that you're open. So you should want to listen, and hear them. Um, that's right. That's right. It is now 16:10. You made this up. There's 10 minutes and 2 seconds left in the game. Um, but yeah, those things are so important. Is that we all should be. I mean, that's in general. Even if we should
because you
all not
don't
take.
know. If someone
Right.
doesn't say anything, you don't know. You can't fix it.
Right. How many people? How many people have left places, didn't say a word, just never went back, and never told anybody about the good experience, but sure told them about the bad. And that, like
And
yeah,
And what's funny about that too, now that I think about it too, think about this. Instead of them doing something about their business, they retaliated on my business.
right. Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
need you to advertise my stuff. I mean, I'm good. My stuff gonna come on regardless. I'm gonna always be on here because this I pay for this, so I'm always be here. Everybody gonna keep coming to your restaurant
right.
if you don't have the food that you have on your menu.
Yep.
And you don't care. So that tells me, oh, we don't care. As long as we full, because they're full on Fridays and Saturdays. As long as we full, we don't care what nobody say. We'll keep just and I told Country Boy this one time about the same venue that you got to say something because
Yes.
if you say something, the owner, the management, if they're the right type of their business people, they would know, they would trust you.
Right.
There are
Right.
people, I used to have venue owners that will ask me, hey, what's the word on the street? Or if I go tell them something that I've heard on the street from something going on, they'll be like, they know I'm true. They know my ears to the street. They know I hear stuff. So, which I ain't had nothing bad to say about any of them lately, but you, as a business owner, you should want the feedback. If you get no feedback, that's a problem.
That is a problem.
It's a problem.
That is a problem. If nobody is talking about it, look, and that's across the board. That's either good or bad. If nobody
Yeah.
ain't talking about you, you ain't doing nothing. Okay? If ain't nobody saying nothing about you, then there's
Yeah.
the problem right there. There is the
Yeah.
problem.
What they used to say, if ain't nobody hating on you,
Good, right?
yeah.
There
So
it is. Look, it is 8:05 left in the first half. It is right now. The U of H is at 20. Florida 16.
I wish I could be somewhere watching the game.
I'm up. Look, they moving.
It's a lot of people.
It is standing room only.
Of course.
Except for me, I'm sitting.
You got there early enough.
I did not. But you
Oh,
know
you
what?
didn't?
I did not. No. Let me tell you what happened. When I came in, the place was packed. And I looked around and the lady said, well, there's standing room only. You can stand at the front bar or the back bar. I said, well, let me go to the back bar. And guess what? I met this fine gentleman sitting next to me right here, my new best friend. Hey, from out of town. He look.
Las Vegas.
Hey, he from Las Vegas.
No, Nashville.
What?
Nashville.
Oh, he's from Nashville.
Oh, love that.
He from Nashville. I've been to Nashville.
I've never been to Nashville.
They didn't keep me. They told me to get out, but that's all right. I'm going back. But no, and he allowed me. We had a seat right next to him, and he allowed me to sit here. So hey, man,
What a while. You drinking that
Well,
hard
great.
stuff? That's right.
I'm drinking. Hey, and look, I came up to her, and the bartender asked me what I wanted. I said I want the hardest thing you got. So you know what I got?
Water, H2O.
I got a Sprite on ice.
On Las Rocos.
Wait, I got a Sprite water back.
You so silly. You so silly. So what else we got going? Let me tell you about something. This is not about a venue. This is about a person. Someone I said I would never, ever have on my show, right? And so, I don't know. I was feeling good yesterday. I was in a great mood. So I thought, let me ask this person. And so, it's kind of almost like an olive branch. Not an olive branch for me, because I ain't did nothing to this person. But anyway, we just don't, I guess, I don't know. But he said to me, you know what? I still have to wait till next Monday, another Monday, because I can't even put it in words. It's just the fact that when you do try to just say, hey, and you're smiling, you're in a good mood, let's do this. Let's try this. It'll be cool for you to come on my show and we can talk, show people that we buried the hatchet. And the person started telling me all stuff from 1985.
Oh, wow.
Well, you know what? You can't do this if you, we don't do that here. And we didn't, that dance movie. And it's like, you're not over that yet. Like, we ain't moved on to the new stuff. We ain't moved forward.
And
And during the whole conversation, I continue to smile. I continue to grin and try to redirect the conversation to be more positive. He did finally draw me into, okay, that's not true, or I mean, I don't get it.
Well,
But what it taught me was my mom always told me to do my part. My part was
yeah,
important. So I did my
right.
part by walking over and invite and try to be nice, try to be personable, try to say all that, whatever. And the person still wanted to tell me all the horrible things about me. So
Well,
I
you know,
said, okay,
and that's
huh?
and not to cut you off, but you know what that says, right? Sometimes
What?
that shows you that shows you that's a table that you don't have to sit at. That shows you that's a table. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes, and that was the thing that I don't know if you heard, like I guess last week or so. I did a show called "Stop Prostituting Your Anointing,"
I saw that.
and sometimes that's what we do. We prostitute our gifts. We prostitute our anointings. We prostitute these things out because we want to be at places. I've been there. I'm talking about me. We want to be around people who don't want to be around us. We try to put ourselves in positions to sit at tables with people who feeding us poison. And sometimes we have to. It's those things like that him saying those things. You go like, you know what? I ain't got to drink your poison. You know what?
That part.
Now that don't mean that you ain't got to pour the poison. It just means I ain't got to drink it.
I don't have to drink it. Yeah, I agree. And you know what else it told me? Well, what it also did for me is that I have to know my decisions that I make when I decide I'm separating myself from something or someone, to stick with it,
Yes.
no matter what other people think. You know, other people will be like, this person ain't so bad, or but I know from my experience, and so I'm working with me. So in order to keep my mental health straight and keep me happy and not feel, even though I grinned and I smiled, I was really inside raging, but not because of what he was saying. I was raging because of me. I knew what this was. I know who this person is.
Right.
So why would I even try to fix that? And I did it because of someone else who sometimes makes me feel like I've separated from people and it's really my fault. So I have to stick with what I know. But the one thing about me that I do know about me is I'm a good person and I do try my best to keep a friendship or whatever.
Right.
When I sever those ties, I do it for a reason.
Right.
And it's
And you know-
after I've done 65 things to fix it or make sure it's okay, then it's time for me to say, hey, that ain't the table I need to sit at.
And that's a
And I'm okay with it.
But it's so tough. The reality is that it is so tough to separate ourselves from things and people
I
that
can't
we
hear
feel
you.
around. It's tough. Can you hear me now? They loud over here. I don't know what they doing up in here. They're like a game on.
What's the score?
26-21. 26-21. Houston
All
is.
right.
Wait. Oh, let me just say this: is that the hardest thing to do sometimes is separating ourselves. Is to break away from our norm because that's been the normal thing that we're used to being around. You know, we become so. What do you call that word? Used to, comfortable. We become comfortable around things, and sometimes we get comfortable in disrespect. And that's the worst thing to do is to become comfortable in disrespect.
Because say that one. So I couldn't hear you say that part again. What's important?
Sometimes we become comfortable in disrespect.
With disrespect, yes. Sometimes we become comfortable with disrespect.
Yes. And we play it off. We laugh about it. Oh, that's just how they are. Oh, that's just them. let me tell you something. No, that ain't just them. That's just how them is with you.
And that's how they gonna be. And the other thing about that, I was told a long time ago, a couple years ago, when people say, they were saying the most toxic phrase mentally is when you say, when someone says, "Oh, that's just how they are."
Yeah.
Because if that's just how you are and you're just rude, you should not be in my space.
Right.
You know, family. A lot of it happens in my family. My family. What word could I use? They accept a lot of disrespect from each other, and so they can't understand when someone decides to break the whatever that is, to say, "I'm not gonna be I know you my family, but you're not gonna disrespect me." And I think family, it's the hardest for families to understand that. If you're my family, we good, but you're not gonna disrespect me. And I'd rather separate myself from you if we're gonna be doing that.
And we have to really learn, family, friends, it don't matter. We cannot allow ourselves to be disrespected and to be talked down by anybody. Because all that does is open the door. One person opens the door to the next, and to the next, and to the next. No. And like I always say, it's not that that's how people are. That's how people are with you, because they don't do it with everybody.
Yeah. And then my daughter says something all the time that I truly believe. You have to teach people how to treat you.
Facts. You do.
On top of facts.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, if you continue, I remember saying this to my family one time about a situation that, so I'm supposed to keep just laying down on the ground and letting them keep walk over me and keep stomping me on the back. I'm supposed to, that'll make everybody happy except me, that I lay down and let this person just continue to walk on top of me.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
And you know, people get comfortable with disrespecting you because you have allowed it, and we allow it.
Because you allow them to do it.
And then they look at you when you go like, not no more. But then they like, well, you've been doing it.
Exactly.
You've been taking
it. Which is why it's so hard. It's so easy that's why they treat people who always have told them, these are my boundaries from day one. They don't be bothering them because they expect them to say, oh, you're not doing me like that. But for someone who has been taught to a fault, be the bigger person, they finally say, okay, I'm not the bigger person.
Yeah.
It's hard for them to accept.
Yes. It's so true. It is so true. I mean, these are things that we have to learn how to. Each individual has to. When you get, what Mama used to say, when you get tired of being sick and tired, when you get tired of being sick and tired, because ain't nobody gonna get tired of it but you. When you get tired of it, that's when you be like, I ain't taking no more. And here's what I've learned, is everybody is different in their breaking point. Some people can tolerate more than others. So when one person can only go this far, the next one will be like, right there and right there. Because everybody's different. Everybody has a different breaking point. Everybody has a different tolerance level. And we have to know that.
You know how we talk about support?
Mm-hmm.
The person like yesterday told me, because they said, because you used to get upset when people don't support you. And what I told them was, I don't know about that, but what I do know, that's a human feeling. Anyone, if you're human, will be disappointed if you host an event, have a talk show, any of these things, and people don't watch. You might keep moving, but you're disappointed. Well, I don't care. Okay, well, that's you. Maybe you're not human. Because that's a human feeling to feel hurt or disappointed. So, it's just weird.
And you're right. And that thing is that sometimes if we expect things and we really want things, the support thing. Some people will only support you if you done something for them.
Yes.
They will only support you. Wait a minute, let me get it right. They will only support you if it benefits them.
If it benefits them, yeah. Crazy thing, and on that note, this was what's really funny too. The person and I felt empowered, and the whole conversation I was grinning and smiling. I think he was a little upset, but I was grinning and smiling because we gonna have a positive conversation. And the person said to me, mind you, I used to have a website that had everybody's dance classes on it, everybody's whatever events, right?
Right.
He said to me, "You act like we owe you something." I said, "And you do, and you do." But why? We sold tickets for you. I sold tickets for you too. Your classes and your events, they were on my website 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And I'm saying this with a smile. So yeah, I do. I don't have a problem saying that. Yeah, you do owe me. Y'all do owe me. I'll never get it. But if that's what you want, if that's what you want to bring up, if that's what's gonna make you feel good and feel like you did, I accept. I wave a white flag. Yeah, I think you all screwed me, and I think you owe me. Yeah. So now what? Let's go on to the next thing now.
Right.
Are you gonna come on the show? Do you want to come on the show? That's all I came over here to ask you. I ain't asked you none of that. But now I went back to my original thought. I don't ever want you on my show. We gonna stay that where we at. Because I don't need you to say, "Oh, I was the reason she got that many views."
Right.
I'm gonna leave you right there where you at.
And you know what? Somebody told me this a long time ago. You know what they said? Sometimes you gotta leave people right where they at.
Leave them right where they at.
Leave them right.
Where they comfortable at. Because I got stuff to do.
That's
I'm leave you where you comfortable at, being in that same little spot. Thinking you're running this thing, and I'm gonna go on and do what I got to do. I got bigger, better things to do, and that's why we talked about a long time ago that when I tried to go back into that world, that community, it didn't work out for me.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't time for it was time for me not to be in that thing. It wasn't time for me to be at the Red Rooster anymore. It wasn't time for me to be a part of this dance community anymore. It was time for me to move up and on to better, bigger things. And get out of my comfort zone. That was my comfort zone. And that's why I've been so afraid to do other things, because that was my comfort zone. But now, baby, boom.
Yeah. And that's that growth. That's growth. You know, because nothing grows in the comfort zone. Nothing grows when it's in the comfort zone. It has to be stretched. It has to be uncomfortable in order for things to grow. And that's that period. And that is the greatest period. It's when things get uncomfortable. Then you know some things moving. It ain't like just normal. People just want it to go just. I don't want to be a robot. I need something to shift every once in a while to let me know I'm alive. Just can I get a shift? But you know, when you just stay on this thing, on this wheel, and it's the same thing and the same routine and over and over and over and over. How are you growing?
How are you growing?
How are you growing?
How are you? And it even becomes a time where if you're not, what was I? It was something I was doing the other day. I don't know what it was, but I said it's not working anymore. This is not working anymore because I shouldn't be doing this anymore. I've done all the growing I can do. Oh, you know what I was talking about? My mama and her church family. That's what I was doing. Lots of stuff going on at the church they were in, and I was telling her it may be God telling y'all to move on to the next thing. You've outgrown this. You got silly people that's doing evil, funky, crazy stuff. That ain't where you need to be no more, because you can't even concentrate on the word. You can't concentrate on yourself and your soul because you're being distracted by all of this. I always say this stuff. So it's I know you built the church. You were there since groundbreaking, but that ain't the same church no more. Time to move on. It is only a building.
Right. Yeah, and that's
Miss Julie, you going out this early today? It's only 8:30.
Come on.
Miss Julie, she's gonna go watch the game.
Oh, that's what he said. No, he said, good night, you guys. Love y'all unconditionally. Enjoy the game, Mr. Lewis.
Good night. Love you, Miss Julie.
Going nowhere though. We know how she do. She like to let us know early.
Sending love to you and to your mom. Many loves and prayers for you both. But yeah, you know, it's that's the thing. Letting go is hard. Letting go is hard.
Letting go is hard.
It is hard.
It's hard.
Because we, you know,
Letting
think
go
that we
and I'm sorry.
I was gonna say we think that it's ours. We think that well, I done put so much into this and I done did this. Well, look at you. It ain't growing. It ain't growing. And if it's not growing,
Ask your co-host, Lee Cole.
My co-host, yeah, co-host said he said he got a little air.
What am I doing?
You cold?
Oh, no.
Hey, we from the country. It got, and Mama said it got a little airish out here.
Got a little airish. Got a little airish.
Talk to her. That ain't good.
It is currently 31-28. 44 seconds left. First.
So it's also hard when you say letting go. It's also hard, especially hard when it's family.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the hardest for people to say, hey, you know what? But what I do think is that family should understand that, and that's something that I've read a lot about that so many people stay in a rut because of family. I stayed at a church that I knew I didn't belong to way longer than I should have. Because that was a church I was raised in. And even though I didn't believe in what they were talking about, I stayed there. Until I finally, my sister, who never really cared about what nobody said, she moved to another church, which gave me the courage to change churches. My cousins had all changed churches as well. But yeah, sometimes, there are signs that it's time to move on. There are all kinds of signs, especially if it's a spiritual sign, you know?
Yes.
Things are going to keep happening. You're not going to be able to focus. You're not going to be able to, you're not going to have peace. And that's what I told my mom about her church. I said, you go to church for peace. But if there's no peace in that building, let that building go and go find you a new building. Which I'm glad to say they did find them a new building. They're still over here trying to hold on to something over there, but I hope that they let it go. But they did find a new building, thank goodness. But I'll tell you, country boy. Oh, go ahead. You was going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say this, is that, you know, you talk about that thing, and my mind was, let's see here, where was I going to go? The letting go and the moving forward and all those things and family. See, here it is. Relationships, whether it's partnerships, relationships, entangleships, courtships, situationships. Okay. Let me say this about all of those ships. Ships are to take you from one place to the next. So I don't care what kind of ship it is. A relationship, a partnership, a courtship, a date ship, a night ship, an evening ship, a moving ship. The only kind of ship that ain't gonna take you from one place to the next, you know what that ship is?
What is it?
A sinking ship.
How y'all doing tonight? I said, how y'all doing tonight? Let's go U of A.
So, if you ain't moving, if that ship ain't moving you from one destination to the other one, you on a sinking ship. And anybody that's on a sinking ship, the first thing they should do is do what? Get off the ship.
Get off the ship. Get off of the ship. You don't have to stay.
You ain't got to stay on the ship.
Yeah. If it's no things are, and I get, because I'm somebody, I was just telling my sister today that just know that if I have severed ties, I don't like to serotize. I like people. I try to hold on. So I don't, it's it's too hard to start over and meet people and all this time. Don't want to do that. So I try very hard to keep and retain my friendships that I have. So when I finally take that thing and cut it, that means I've done everything that I could do, and it kept coming back. It kept coming back. And at the end of the day, it takes me a minute. But when I cut it and say that's done, I be done. So,
And
once I get to that, I can tell you, my mama says that too. Once I finally get to that point,
right.
I might say hi to you. Hey, how you doing? I might get on the floor and dance, a little bit. Not in a partner dance, but we line dance. Or
Right.
with a former friend or whatever. We can do that. But at the end of that dance, when I walk up that floor, I'm going back to my table. I'm going leaving that venue. I'm going back to my house. I don't need to hear from you.
Some people don't. I mean, and that's growth. And I don't call it cutting off. I say it's not really about cutting folks off. We
Yes, it is.
outgrow things. We outgrow things. We outgrow people. And
Yeah, but if you outgrow it, you have to let it go.
Right. And what you're saying, I mean, and I think some people, when I interpret it as I got to cut this one loose. No, you just outgrew it. Because what happens is, for me, this is how I look at it. I'm very grateful for the time that they were there. Thank you for when you was here. Thank you, Lord. I learned something. And I'm glad that you came in for that moment. Whether that moment was a year, 10 minutes, or 10 years.
Hold on, stop the presses. Hold on. You have a red hat on with white writing.
What?
What does that hat say that you got on with a red hat? What you doing in there with a red hat?
My hat is
What you doing with that hat?
It's my
What does it
worthless
say?
2 cents.
Okay,
This is
I'm
my-
gonna say, I was like, whoa. Do I need to
Wait
know
a minute.
something, sir?
Wait,
'Cause I'm
it's
the
the same
92%.
hat that's look, it's the hat that's in the picture.
It ain't in that picture.
In the eye picture.
Oh, well, I had to make sure. All I saw all of a sudden was red and white. And I was like, do you need to have a discussion? Do we need to talk? Because I'm a part of the 92%. Okay, just making sure. But yes, I understand you. That's something that you always say, and that you're very what do you call it? You're very clear on that, and I get that when you say that you don't feel like it's cutting off. For me, because of how I am, and I will hold on to people, I have to cut. Because, and when I cut, and I'm serious, like I have to cut because I'll keep repeating myself. And with this really someone who I really liked her, and she's so much freaking fun, but she wasn't good for me. And I kept going back, and let her slide back in because she's a lot of fun. And even if I found for me that even if I just did a little bit with her, I was like, okay, let's keep doing it. Come on. So I have to literally cut.
Right.
But I also agree with you. There are friendships, relationships, situations that I haven't had to cut. I'm able to still be friends with them, but I know how to distance myself. Someone who's working on my festival. We're not in that space anymore, but we're in a whole new space, and we work very well together. We don't have no issues, no problems. I can trust him because I knew him, but we're in a space of friendship and business, and it worked. I didn't have to cut him off because he's not trying to hurt me or.
I'll bring some white people in.
You gonna bring some white people in? Is that what you saying?
Look, is it here? Hold on.
Where they at?
My email, what you need?
Hey, my new best friend.
What you doing? Come on, man.
That's right. We are out here.
I may be the only white person here.
What'd he say? He the only white person.
Come on.
You look like Gary Owen, my favorite comedian.
Bring me in.
Let
You
me
heard
hold
me?
on. Huh?
He looked like Gary Owen, my favorite comedian.
Oh, she said you are Gary Owen.
What's that?
Who is it? Gary?
Gary Owen, my favorite
Oh,
comedian.
Gary
You look
Owen.
like him.
Look, hey, I am, my dear wonderful people, I, at this moment, am about to turn the microphone over to my new best friend. All the way. From
Now
the
I'm
bench.
hot. And turn it down.
So, look at here. Y'all ready? Here we go.
What we doing? So who we got here?
Hey there, how are you?
What's your name?
I'm the little diva.
Oh, Diva.
But my name is Trina.
Trina. That's good to meet you.
So how's the game going?
Well, we're up 3. We got a half to go.
Y'all gotta stay and keep cheering them on.
Yeah. Are you from here?
I am born and raised Houston, Texas.
Okay. So I'm with you on basketball. The problem is I live in Nashville. We got a little bit of divisional rivalry when it comes to football, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, I've had season tickets for the Titans for about a little over 20 years now. And we only won 3 games this year, but we got the first round draft pick, so we got that going.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's good. So what made you come to Houston for the game tonight?
Well, I'm here I travel about 250 days a year. I'm in a hotel about 250 days a night, and I just happen to be here training a company tomorrow through Thursday, and this little bar is in walking distance to my hotel, so here I am.
Sir, let me ask you something. Can I ask you, did you ever go to a place called, what's it called? It was downtown called, it's closed now.
In Nashville?
No, here. Have you visited here before?
I've been here a couple times, but not too much.
Okay, you look familiar.
All right, well, we may be.
And the person said the same thing. They travel and they go to walking distance to the bars. Like, that's why I said that. So what is Nashville like?
Nashville is a good city, man. It's got really busy, kind of crazy, good party town. We moved just out of the city about 3 or 4 years ago. Just got too much traffic, you know. But if you're just going to visit, oh man, good place to go.
Aren't they famous for the barbecue?
Oh, some good barbecue.
Okay.
You know, I put it up there. You know, there's always the argument between Kansas City, Memphis, and Nashville. Like I would put Nashville up there, man. Like,
Really?
Barbecue. We're more known for our hot chicken, but like the barbecue is pretty for real.
Okay. I would love to visit one of these days. So how's the weather there?
It's way colder, man. It was like 45 degrees when I left today. Yeah, it's way better here, and about 80 here today, I guess. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Well, it was nice to meet you. Thank you for coming on, talking to us a little bit.
It was good to meet you. I'm gonna
You
get you back
too.
to your boy.
Yeah, let me get back to him. But make sure
Take
you
care.
keep cheering. Keep cheering.
The boy is back. Hey, see, you never know.
You never
You
know.
never know what will happen when you come up on here. You never know.
Hey, show him my picture on your shirt. Show him my picture.
Oh, I gotta show you her picture.
Oh, okay. Oh, there she is. Yes, sir. I like it.
See,
But,
I done brought you out in public. See there?
You done brought me out in public looking a mess. I had no makeup on or nothing, but it's okay. You got me.
Hey, there it is,
The guy used to date my dance instructor turned dance partner. I used to tell him when we danced, I didn't wear makeup, my hair wasn't. I would say, don't you tell nobody. And then I didn't used to wear my glasses in public. I was like, don't you tell nobody what I look like without my makeup and without my glasses. I'm gonna need you to keep that a secret.
Wow.
But I'm cute anyway because I got it from my mama and my daddy.
There you go.
So before we get off, Country Boy, because 8:49, we're gonna be obedient to time since you are at the U of H game. What's the score?
I don't know. It's halftime. I know
Oh,
we're winning.
halftime. Oh, I should do a halftime dance.
Make it a while.
No, so I want to just go ahead and tell everybody, if you don't mind, real quick. Oh, tomorrow I got a call just a little bit ago, and so on my show, I'm gonna have a show tomorrow, and I'll have Mr. Jarvis Johnson on my show. We're gonna be talking about the upcoming. Well, now that the governor has pushed the election off till November. We're going to be talking a little bit about that. We're going to talk about where we are, what the state of our country is right now, what we can do to kind of relax, what we can do to fight without fighting. We're going to talk about that and hear what he has to say about what's going on in our country right now. So I'm super excited. Miss Cleo Johnson called me about probably about 10 minutes after you, before you woke me up. So she calls, I'm excited. And then me and Latricia will also be on tomorrow night with the Love Unscripted. We'll be returning. I don't know. We might be talking about some ships tomorrow. I don't know yet. But tune in tomorrow at 7 and at 8. And we will, I'll get you at 7 with Jarvis Johnson, and 8 with Patricia with our Love Unscripted. Last but not least that I want to say tonight is, Country Boy always says, if you have a vision,
You ever heard of Taylor
you
Swift?
believe in it.
Taylor Swift. I was in one of her first music
Oh, wow.
videos.
All right.
Y'all over there being bad. What y'all doing over there?
No, hey, he's also a movie star.
Oh,
The truth, I'm looking at what. Yes,
You know Darius Rucker? Wagon Wheel? I'm in all in that video.
he's in all these. Look, this. Y'all better look at him live right here. Live right here. Live right here. Look. I'm gonna get an autograph.
Yeah. Taylor Swift, Darius Rucker, Kid Rock, Rascal Flatts, you name it.
He's been in all the videos.
cute.
That's right. That's what happens when you hang around the country boy.
It's like the only white guy in the bar.
Hey.
Look, Country Boy, you went and found.
Am I the only white guy here? I'm the only white guy here. I guarantee you.
Hey.
You done went and found the only white man at Bumpton.
Let me tell you. You know why it works so well?
Wow.
Let me tell you the story. Let me tell y'all this story. When I was in Dallas. I used to live in Dallas.
My brother's in Fort Worth.
Look, and when I was there, I lived in this little old town called Sealville.
Okay.
And there was this one bar. It was called, I can't remember, Boots and Scoop.
Okay.
I would go in Boots and Scoop. I was the only black guy in Boots and Scoop. Because I was in there by myself.
You have a good time?
You know what I was drinking?
Right?
Wine. I was the only black guy in Boots and Scoop drinking wine, okay? So, hey, we're brothers.
That's my people.
I can't even remember what the last topic. Oh, I'm trying to talk about the last.
Yeah, I ain't lying. I think I'm the only one.
You amongst family. You amongst family.
Oh, man.
You heard me?
Go
I
ahead,
told him
man.
that
I'm sorry.
I told him we amongst family. We amongst family.
Yes. When
So
you get the
I was-
country boy, it's family.
I was saying that Country Boy every week says that when you have a vision, act on it and we'll support you. So I've had a vision for years and I decided to act on it. So I'm asking all of you who watch, whether you watch live or whether you watch later. I'm hosting what's going to be a festival, but I've made it a little bit smaller because sometimes you have to take a small bite before you take a huge chunk. And so I'm having the So You Want to Dance R&B music extravaganza on Saturday, June the 14th. It kicks off at 2. And let me tell you, there's going to be live entertainment from 2 o'clock all the way to 10:30, 11 o'clock. It is going to be amazing. It's going to be so much fun. The places are easy on, easy off for the freeway from coming from both sides of Houston. Oh, look at them, look at that. Them guns. I ain't even worked out lately. But anyway, guys, we got the Clockwork Band, the Unit Band, we got the Hard to Find Band, we got Eric Cortez, we have Tiffany Rochelle. We have the best, some of the best of live musicians who are all willing to help me bring my event or my vision to life.
Yes.
So I want to thank them first of all, but I want y'all to come. The tickets have been marked down to $40. $40 per person. And again, you pay $20 to go see one band. You're gonna see, I think it's 6 bands, 6 singers, bands, whatever, 6 of them for $40. Can't beat that with sticks.
Right.
There's gonna be, we need vendors. I need vendors. And I'm gonna say this last thing about that. For information, you can text information to 832-312-2973, and you can let me know if you're looking to be a vendor or if you want to buy a ticket. The tickets will be on sale by tickets, but also on Eventbrite for convenience. But I want to say this thing too. Anybody out there that is a media personality, podcaster, online radio station, we need you. We need to band together for these events to show that we are as important. We can get the same viewers out there. We can get the information out there. But we need to start taking over. Well, I'm not saying take over. We need to start being a part of some of these other things together, to red carpet, to interview people, to be there for each other as far as podcasting and the media and online radio. Because we should be out there. So I'm asking all of y'all to come and join that day. You come in and take photographs, videography. You can do whatever. You can interview people. As long as you don't interrupt my show, y'all can do whatever you want to in the line of media, content creation, any of those things for only $15. You can get your media badge for $15. And you said, "Oh, she charged." I am. Nothing is free anymore in my life. So $15 is not bad, because you're gonna be there to see that entire show. That's actually 40, and it's gonna go up to 50. You're getting it for $15, and you get to do your thing, your content creation, take pictures, all those things that you would like that you do. Come bring that talent to the So You Want to Dance extravaganza. And I think that's it. That's all for me, Country Boy.
Well, that's all for me. I will be Wednesday night. I think I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna be at that place that I'm going to a little old place Wednesday. I'm gonna try to get out to Frisky Whiskey on Wednesday. They're having an event over there, so I'm gonna go over there. So if y'all out and about, something about some singles and some dating, and I don't know, I'm gonna be out there.
I dare you to say something about the cruise. I dare you.
I'm street petty. I say what I want.
I dare you.
I can take my equipment wherever I go.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. People shouldn't be scared.
I ain't scared of none. I ain't scared of nothing but God.
Don't be
I'll be there Wednesday, and on Saturday I'll be out in the Dirty Nickel, baby. Y'all come see those Country Boy out in the Dirty Nickel for the festival. I will be out there Saturday.
I'll be out there for a little while.
That's going to be wonderful. Other than that, that's all I got.
I'm still here Wednesday. Meet some white people.
Hey, how long you gonna be here?
I'm here I leave Thursday afternoon.
Hey, we might be at Frisky Whiskey.
At Frisky Whiskey. I might have to come see y'all at Frisky Whiskey.
It is a close. Yeah.
Oh, I'm in.
Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna come meet y'all.
Another white bar.
Yeah.
Let's go.
No.
We gonna turn it out.
Yeah, I'm in. Frisky Whiskey.
Frisky Whiskey.
Let's go.
Hey,
Y'all, that sound fun? The name sounds
Frisky
fun.
Whiskey,
Weird
there
name
it
for
is.
club, but it sounds fun. Well, all right,
That's
Country
all I
Boy.
got. I just want to say, as I always say, look at here. My words are this. I believe this with all my heart. God has given me three things: a vision, instruction, and a purpose. Those three things. And everybody is not going to support your vision. Everybody's not going to believe in your purpose. Don't worry about it. You just keep on walking in it. You keep on doing what you've been called to do. You keep on going where you've been called to go. Let me tell you something. There are places that you're supposed to be that only you can go. You go. There's a vision that you have inside of you to do whatever it is, then you do it. You keep on walking in it, and you keep on believing in it. It don't matter who supports you. It don't matter who talk about you. It don't matter about none of that. You keep on walking in it. Whatever. If you got inside of you to write, then write. If you got inside of you to sing, then sing. If you got inside of you to paint, then paint. Let me tell you something. True story. This weekend, I had the executive producer, and all she wanted to do all weekend was draw. Baby, here goes some more paper. Keep on drawing. Keep on drawing. She drew a book full of pictures, and guess what? The more she drew, the better it got. The more she drew, I was like, girl, look at you. Look at you. Daddy can't even draw a stick man, but look at you. Those things are so true. Just walk in your purpose.
Hey, I want to leave your people with something. Don't be upset about the results you didn't get for the work you didn't put in.
Whoa!
What'd he say?
Did you hear that? He said, don't be upset about the results you didn't get for the work you didn't put in.
Now that's the word. That's word. That is word.
Look, wait a minute. Look, I'm hoping that was. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna give him the mic. So hopefully we can look when we get off and it generates a clip. Maybe look.
What happened?
We just went up and it's 34-28 with 19:18 left in the game. They are trying to do what they do. Well, look, I love those words. Once more again, I'm going to repeat them. Do not be upset about the results you don't get from the work you did not put in.
Absolutely. I love that. From the white boy.
All the way. Right here.
Hey, we be back with
The words of the only white boy in Bombshells tonight.
The words of the only white boy in Bombshells sitting next to the country boy.
So funny.
Yeah, but,
Are you putting those thumbs up? Who's putting the thumbs up?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, we gonna wrap it up. I have to go eat.
We'll go eat. I'm about to grab me something to eat here, and then I'm headed on in.
Y'all, country boy out at the spot. He out in the amongst the folks.
Country boy, y'all look. After country boy was sick, he back to life now. Y'all just don't know. Boy, look, them life flashes before your life experiences will change some things. But look, anyway,
You are so right.
I'm gonna let my co-host close it out because she did such a wonderful job the last time. You know how you
I don't even remember closing out before. I'll just say that thank y'all for clicking in to join us tonight. And if you couldn't join us live, we know that you're going to catch us on the repeats. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you comment. Let us know what you think. And if you know, Country Boy always say, if you have a vision, you need to go for it. And we love you. And we love you unconditionally. And there's nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. But make sure whatever your vision is, I don't say it as eloquently as he does, but whatever your vision is, y'all, don't be afraid. Pray about it. Make sure that's the direction you need to go. And go for it. Good night. Bye, Gary Owen. Bye, Gary Owen.